the brave leader who led his people to freedom. Once upon a time, in a land called Egypt, there lived a wise and brave man named Moses. His story is filled with adventure, miracles, and a great journey to freedom. Let's embark on a magical journey and discover the incredible tale of Moses and how he became a hero for his people, the Israelites. Many years ago, the Israelites were living as slaves in Egypt. The Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, was worried that the Israelites would become too powerful. So he ordered that all baby boys born to the Israelites should be thrown into the river. But Moses' mother loved him dearly and wanted to protect him. She made a special basket and placed baby Moses inside. She placed the basket in the river, hoping that someone kind would find him and take care of him. As luck would have it, Pharaoh's daughter, the princess of Egypt, was taking a walk by the river when she saw the basket floating in the water. Curious, she opened it and found the most adorable baby boy inside. She immediately fell in love with him and decided to adopt him as her own son. She named him Moses. As Moses grew older, he became aware of his Hebrew heritage. One day, while he was tending to his sheep in the desert, something extraordinary happened. He saw a bush that was on fire but was not burning up. Moses was curious and approached the bush. Suddenly, a booming voice came from the bush. It was God speaking to Moses. God told Moses that he had heard the cries of the Israelites and had chosen him to lead his people out of Egypt, where they were enslaved. Moses felt both scared and excited about his mission. He gathered his courage and went to speak with Pharaoh, the powerful king of Egypt. He told Pharaoh that God wanted him to let the Israelites go and set them free. But Pharaoh, who was stubborn and didn't want to lose his slaves, refused to listen. He made life even harder for the Israelites, giving them more work and treating them cruelly. God knew that Pharaoh needed to be convinced. So, with Moses as his messenger, he sent 10 terrible plagues upon Egypt. These plagues included turning the water into blood, sending swarms of frogs and flies, and even bringing darkness over the land. Despite witnessing these extraordinary events, Pharaoh still refused to let the Israelites go. It was a difficult and challenging time for Moses and his people. God had one final plague in store for Pharaoh and the Egyptians. He told Moses to instruct the Israelites to sacrifice a lamb and spread its blood on their doorposts. That night, as the angel of death passed over Egypt, it spared the houses with the lamb's blood and took the lives of the firstborn in every other house, including Pharaoh's. Overwhelmed with grief, Pharaoh finally agreed to let the Israelites leave Egypt. Moses and the Israelites prepared quickly, taking with them their belongings and unleavened bread for their journey. As the Israelites journeyed through the desert, Pharaoh regretted his decision and chased after them with his army. The Israelites reached the Red Sea, with no way to cross it. Fear filled their hearts as Pharaoh's army closed in on them. But God had a miraculous plan. He commanded Moses to stretch out his staff over the sea. As Moses obeyed, the waters of the Red Sea parted, forming towering walls on either side. The Israelites walked through the sea on dry ground, with the waters miraculously held back. After crossing the Red Sea, the Israelites journeyed through the wilderness. During this time, Moses climbed Mount Sinai, where he received the 10 Commandments from God. These commandments were rules given to the Israelites to guide them in their lives and teach them about love, respect, and honoring God. The Israelites spent many years wandering in the desert, learning important lessons and relying on God's guidance. They faced challenges along the way, but God provided them with food, water, and protection. Moses served as a wise leader, helping to settle disputes and guiding the people with God's laws. Although Moses led the Israelites faithfully, he was not allowed to enter the Promised Land because of a momentary lack of faith. Before his death, he passed the leadership to Joshua, who would lead the Israelites into their new home. Moses' incredible journey showed that with faith, bravery, and trust in God, anything is possible. He brought freedom to his people, led them through trials, and gave them the 10 Commandments. His story teaches us the importance of standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. The story of Moses is a remarkable tale of courage, faith, and determination. Moses' unwavering belief in God and his determination to free his people from slavery has inspired countless generations. Through his extraordinary journey, we learn that no matter how impossible a situation may seem, with faith and perseverance, we can overcome obstacles and create a better world. May we always remember the bravery and wisdom of Moses and strive to make a positive difference in our own lives and the lives of others.